If you struggle to fall asleep at night and still feel tired in the morning, you're not alone. In some traditional cultures, elderly individuals have been practicing a simple foot bath ritual before bedtime for centuries. Researchers believe this ancient practice may have the potential to support sleep quality and overall comfort. Research shows that approximately 70% of adults over 65 experience some type of sleep disturbance. These sleep challenges have become so common that many consider them an inevitable part of aging. Yet in certain traditional cultures known for their longevity and vitality into old age, quality sleep remains the norm even among the oldest community members. What's particularly interesting is how many of these cultures share a common practice: a specific type of foot bath performed shortly before bedtime. If you're experiencing sleep difficulties, please type sleep in the comments. You might be surprised to see how many people share similar challenges. One particular traditional practice has gained attention from sleep researchers who study natural approaches to supporting healthy rest. This technique, which involves soaking the feet in a specific solution before bed, appears to be associated with improved sleep quality and morning energy levels in several observational studies. When researchers first began investigating this practice, they were skeptical that something so simple could potentially make a meaningful difference. However, as evidence accumulates, the physiological mechanisms behind this ancient ritual are beginning to make scientific sense. I'm Dr. Rachel Thompson, and for over 25 years, I've studied traditional wellness practices from around the world. Today I'll share a foot bath ritual that appears in multiple healing traditions across different continents. A practice that might help support better sleep and improved circulation, particularly for older adults. Before we explore this practice, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell. Each week, we share evidence-based approaches to healthy aging focused on practical, accessible strategies. If you're interested in natural ways to potentially support better sleep, you won't want to miss our upcoming videos. This foot bath ritual is fascinating not just for its simplicity, but for how it has appeared independently in healing traditions across vastly different cultures, from East Asian medicine to European folk remedies to traditional practices in the Americas. When the same solution appears repeatedly in unrelated healing systems, it often suggests there may be genuine physiological benefits underlying the practice. Let's begin by understanding why the feet might be particularly important for supporting sleep quality. The connection between foot temperature and sleep onset has been studied by modern sleep researchers, with some interesting findings that align with these traditional practices. Our body temperature naturally follows a circadian rhythm, with a slight drop in core temperature being one of the signals that helps initiate sleep. Research suggests that warming the feet before bedtime may help trigger this natural temperature regulation process, potentially making it easier to fall asleep. Additionally, our feet contain numerous nerve endings and reflexology points that connect to various body systems. Traditional healing systems often view the feet as important access points that can influence overall well-being. While the specific mechanisms are still being studied, there appears to be a relationship between foot stimulation and relaxation responses in the body. The foot bath ritual I'm about to share has been observed in various traditional cultures, with slight variations in ingredients and techniques. What's consistent across these traditions is the timing, shortly before bed, the temperature of the water, comfortably warm, not hot, and the inclusion of specific natural ingredients that appear to support relaxation and circulation. This ritual should be performed approximately 30 to 45 minutes before your intended bedtime, allowing enough time for the full effects to develop before you retire for the night. The preparation is simple and uses ingredients that are readily available in most homes. The basic foot bath formula. The foundation of this ritual begins with a basin of warm water, approximately the temperature of a warm shower, around 100 to 104 degrees Fahrenheit, 38 to 40 degrees Celsius. The water should feel comfortably warm but not hot enough to cause discomfort or redness. To this warm water base, traditional healers add a specific combination of ingredients that appears consistently across different cultural traditions. The primary addition is Epsom salt, known scientifically as magnesium sulfate. Traditional healers typically recommend adding approximately half a cup of Epsom salt to a basin with enough water to cover the ankles. Magnesium, a mineral many older adults may have insufficient levels of, can be absorbed through the skin during foot soaks. Some research suggests that magnesium may help support relaxation and normal muscle function, potentially creating conditions more favorable for restful sleep. The second key ingredient added to this traditional foot bath is a small amount of baking soda, sodium bicarbonate, typically about a quarter cup. Baking soda may help soften skin and potentially neutralize odors, but traditional healers suggest it also helps enhance the effects of the other ingredients in the bath. Finally, various healing traditions incorporate aromatherapy elements into the foot bath. The most consistently recommended essential oil across different traditions is lavender, with approximately 5 to 10 drops added to the foot bath water. Lavender has been studied for its potential calming properties and possible support for sleep quality. It's worth noting that essential oils should always be used with caution, properly diluted, and avoided by those with sensitivities. If you prefer not to use essential oils or have sensitivities, the foot bath may still provide benefits without this component. Margaret, a 76-year-old who had struggled with sleep maintenance issues for years, incorporated this foot bath ritual into her evening routine. "I was waking up 3 or 4 times each night and finding it difficult to fall back asleep," she explains. "After adding this foot soak to my bedtime routine for about 2 weeks, I noticed I was waking less frequently and falling back asleep more easily when I did wake. The quality of my sleep seemed deeper, and I felt more refreshed in the morning." What surprised Margaret most was how this simple practice seemed to help with her restless leg sensations that often interfered with sleep. "I used to get these uncomfortable feelings in my legs at night that made it hard to relax. The foot bath seems to calm those sensations, making it easier to settle in for the night." The ritual process. The application of this foot bath ritual involves more than just soaking your feet. Traditional healers emphasize the importance of creating a ritual around the practice, a sequence of actions that signals to your body and mind that it's time to prepare for rest. Begin by gathering your supplies. A basin large enough to comfortably fit both feet, the ingredients mentioned earlier, a towel, and a comfortable chair in a quiet location. The environment should be peaceful, with dim lighting and minimal distractions. Fill the basin with warm water and add the Epsom salt, baking soda, and optional essential oil. Stir the water gently to dissolve the minerals. Before placing your feet in the water, take a moment to set an intention for restful sleep. This mindful moment is emphasized in many traditional practices as a way to engage the mind in the healing process. Slowly immerse your feet in the warm solution and allow them to soak for approximately 15 to 20 minutes. During this time, traditional healers recommend breathing deeply and consciously releasing tension from your body, starting from your head and moving downward to your feet. Some traditions suggest gently massaging the feet during the soak, paying particular attention to the arches and the area below the toes. This gentle stimulation may help enhance circulation and the relaxation response. After the soaking period, dry your feet thoroughly with a towel, using gentle patting motions rather than vigorous rubbing. Some traditions recommend applying a small amount of natural oil, such as coconut or olive oil, to the feet after drying to help seal in moisture. William, a 79-year-old with circulation challenges, found this foot bath particularly helpful for his comfort at night. "I used to get cold feet at night, which made it difficult to fall asleep. Since I started doing this foot soak before bed, my feet stay warmer throughout the night, and I'm sleeping much better. I've also noticed less swelling in my ankles in the mornings." What William found most valuable was the ritual aspect of the practice. "Taking this time each evening to care for myself has become an important transition between the activities of the day and sleep time. It's almost like it gives my body a clear signal that it's time to shift into rest mode." Does this foot bath ritual sound like something you might try in your evening routine? Would you like to hear about other traditional sleep-supporting practices? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. While the foot bath itself appears beneficial, there's an additional component that traditional healers often recommend as a follow-up to enhance the effects. This next step might seem unusual to modern sensibilities, but appears consistently across various healing traditions. The post-bath elevation practice. After completing the foot bath and drying the feet, Traditional healing systems often recommend a brief period of foot elevation. In this practice, you lie on your back with your feet elevated slightly above the level of your heart for approximately 10 to 15 minutes. This elevation can be achieved by placing a few pillows under the calves and feet while lying on your bed. The slight elevation may help optimize circulation, potentially reducing any nighttime swelling and supporting fluid balance in the lower extremities. During this elevation period, traditional healers recommend continuing the deep, mindful breathing initiated during the foot bath. This combination of elevated feet and conscious breathing appears to create a powerful preparation for sleep in many traditional systems. Some healing traditions suggest this is an ideal time for a brief meditation or visualization practice, focused on restful sleep. The physiological relaxation from the foot bath, combined with the mental focus of meditation, may create favorable conditions for quality sleep. James, a 74-year-old who incorporated both the foot bath and elevation practice into his evening routine, found the combination particularly effective. "I've had trouble with both falling asleep and staying asleep for years," he explains. "This two-step approach has made a noticeable difference. I find myself feeling naturally drowsy after completing the ritual, and my sleep feels deeper and more refreshing." What James appreciated most was how this practice helped him reduce his reliance on sleep aids. "I had been using over-the-counter sleep medications several times a week, but since establishing this evening ritual, I rarely feel the need for them. It's a relief to have a natural approach that seems to work for me." The physiological mechanisms behind this traditional practice are still being studied, but several potential factors may contribute to its effects. The warm water of the foot bath may help dilate blood vessels in the feet, potentially improving circulation. The magnesium and Epsom salt may be absorbed through the skin to some degree, possibly supporting relaxation and normal muscle function. The timing of the foot bath also appears important. Traditional wisdom suggests performing this ritual approximately 30 to 45 minutes before bedtime allows the body temperature to rise slightly during the soak, and then gradually cool afterward, a pattern that may help trigger the body's natural sleep onset process. Now, I want to share what might be the most important factor for success with this bedtime ritual, something that traditional healers consistently emphasize. The key factor appears to be consistency. In traditional healing systems, this foot bath isn't used as an occasional remedy, but as a regular practice, typically performed several times per week if not daily. The potential benefits appear to be cumulative, with many people reporting the most significant improvements after 2 to 3 weeks of regular practice. Research on habit formation suggests that practices performed at the same time each evening tend to become established more quickly. By incorporating this foot bath into your regular bedtime routine, you may be more likely to maintain consistency and potentially experience the full benefits. Many people notice subtle improvements within the first few days, but the more significant effects often develop over weeks of consistent practice. This gradual improvement aligns with traditional understanding, which views this practice as gently supporting the body's natural processes rather than forcing an immediate change. While this foot bath ritual may support sleep quality, it's important to note that it represents just one aspect of healthy sleep practices. Other factors like maintaining a consistent sleep schedule, creating a comfortable sleep environment, limiting evening screen time, and managing stress also play important roles in sleep quality. Some researchers suggest this foot bath ritual may work in part because it helps establish a clear transition between waking activities and sleep time. This defined transition period may help signal to both body and mind that it's time to shift into rest mode, potentially making it easier to fall asleep. Elizabeth, an 83-year-old who added this ritual to her evening routine, noted how it seemed to influence her overall sleep habits. "Since starting this foot soak practice, I've become more mindful about my entire evening routine. I naturally start winding down earlier, dim the lights, and avoid stimulating activities before bed. It's like this one healthy habit has helped me establish others." For those who want to try this foot bath ritual, I recommend starting tonight if possible. Prepare your supplies in advance and set aside time for both the soak and the brief elevation period afterward. Remember that the full ritual, including preparation and cleanup, takes approximately 30 minutes, so plan accordingly. If performing the complete ritual every night seems overwhelming, traditional wisdom suggests that even 2 to 3 times per week may offer benefits. You might begin with this frequency and gradually increase if you find the practice helpful. Remember that while this practice is generally gentle and safe for most people, it's always wise to consult with your healthcare provider before beginning any new health ritual, especially if you have existing health conditions such as diabetes, open wounds on the feet, or cardiovascular issues. The water temperature should always be carefully checked to avoid burns, particularly important for those with neuropathy or decreased sensation in the feet. Let's summarize the traditional foot bath ritual that may help support better sleep. Prepare a basin of warm water, 100-104 degree F/38-40 degree C, large enough to comfortably fit both feet. Add approximately half a cup of Epsom salt, magnesium sulfate, and a quarter cup of baking soda to the water, along with optional lavender essential oil, 5 to 10 drops. Soak your feet for 15 to 20 minutes in a quiet, dimly lit environment, practicing deep breathing and conscious relaxation during this time. After soaking, dry your feet thoroughly and apply a small amount of natural oil if desired. Lie down with your feet slightly elevated above heart level for 10 to 15 minutes, continuing the deep breathing pattern. Perform this ritual 30 to 45 minutes before your intended bedtime, allowing time for the full effects to develop. This simple practice, when performed consistently over time, appears to be associated with improved sleep quality and morning energy levels in traditional communities. While no single practice can guarantee perfect sleep, this foot bath ritual represents a gentle, natural approach to potentially supporting your body's sleep processes. The beauty of this approach lies in its simplicity and accessibility. It uses readily available ingredients, requires minimal equipment, and can be adapted to various individual needs and preferences. If you found this information valuable, please consider sharing this video with friends and family who might benefit. Many people struggle with sleep challenges as they age, unaware that traditional practices like this foot bath ritual might offer support. Subscribe to our channel for more evidence-based approaches to healthy aging, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Each week, we explore different aspects of well-being for older adults, always focused on practical, accessible strategies. And please, leave a comment below sharing your own experiences with sleep or any questions you might have about this foot bath ritual. I read every comment and value your input. Your feedback helps guide the topics we address in future videos. Thank you for joining me today. I wish you peaceful, restorative sleep in the nights ahead. Until next time, take good care of yourself.